Okay guys, we got the monsters, we got the sunglasses, we got the torch, we got a barbecue lighter. Let's start torching off these rivets. Like I said, we're going to torch from the inside and then drop them. The rear is going to be the easiest, so we're going to do that first. And then we're going to move to taking the motor transmission out and then going from there. So let's get this done.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. They wanna go, heathens. Got will, got fight, and got pride, got reason. They wanna go eating, and you know I'm gon' feed them. If you coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight.
Not too bad. It was a little bit more than I thought. I thought they'd come out a lot easier than that, but it's been a long time since I've had to deal with rusty rivets from the 70s or 80s. I don't really even know what this chassis is. This could be anywhere from like a 72 all the way up to like, I think like 88. So I don't even know what year this chassis is. I don't know what year the motor, the transmission transfer case is, nothing like that. But we got the rivets out. I think it was third swing. I smashed my thumb, so that kind of put a damper on things. Yeah, so we got the rear axle out. We're going to get it dragged off to the side here in about 2 or 3 minutes. But before I set this chassis down, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the Walden, drive it ahead, set it down, pick up the chassis, put the chassis over, the axle, put the axle over there. And then I'm going to unbolt all the motor and transmission so I can lift that out and put it on a skid or a tire or something, I don't know. I like to put them on tires and skids, that way we kind of protect the oil pans. But got the axle out. Now I guess it's time to unwrap the motor and see what kind of goodies. Starting to keep this knife on me. Picked this knife up in Alaska when I was there. It's not the best knife. Picked up in Alaska, but it does say made in China right on it. It said handcrafted in China, but USA design. I think that sums up everything right about Alaska right there. But I loved my trip and I want to keep this knife. That was a little bit of a tangent. Sorry. Let's get the tarp off the engine. So as we were just talking about the chassis there saying I don't know what year it is. I have no idea about this engine as either. So when I bought it off the guy, I bought this as a rolling chassis, and I pretty much just bought it for the axles. The tires that are on it did not come with it as well. He kept the tires that were on it. So there wasn't a whole lot that came with this. So saying that, well, it'd be nice to recoup some of my money I spent. Hopefully this is a good engine. I don't think it's gonna be. It is pretty late in the season, so if there's any beehives in here, they're pretty much probably asleep or dead. There, ratchet straps off. What's my dumpster cart? Got a garbage bag. Beautiful mouse house in here. Well, it doesn't really look like it was poured away correctly. I'm gonna have to do some investigations on this and see what it is. So we've been tearing this thing down apart. I got all the motor mounts out, I got the transmission mount out. I haven't pulled it out yet. But I did look up these serial numbers. It's a mid-70s to mid-80s small block Chevy 350. So I imagine this is a turbo 350 behind it with a MP 208, I believe. Has a barcode on it, 208. Yeah. I don't think it's worth very much. I'm not going to toss it out yet. I do think it is seized. Mostly because it looks like the guy cut notches in the crank pulley to try to hammer it to try to get it to turn. It probably does turn a bit, but honestly for me, I didn't see any casting numbers on the head here. It's probably not the spot where they are. I'm not a really big old GM guy, but no, didn't see no casting numbers, no nothing like that. So unfortunately, I don't think this motor has any value. It would have been nice if it did, but I don't think it does. So we're going to pull it out, we're going to put it on a skid, and put it off to the side. So let's get it out.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing.
I'm gonna try to drink my first monster today. It's actually my third monster, but every time I start drinking it, it's been falling off the chassis, and then I don't get to drink it. Very nice. So, I want the stops, but to get the stops, it looks like I gotta take the motocross member out. Kind of maybe want the motocross member because maybe that might be how I mount the 4BT. Now maybe I'll take this front cross member, and then that cross member holds the sway bars. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking about just cutting the chassis. Just cutting the chassis and keeping everything up here, because these are small enough. I should take it apart. You know what? Excuse me, I'm enjoying this monster. I was just thinking, like, everything up here could probably be used, but is it going to be used? I don't know. So my plan is to take a lot of this apart and then keep it. So I definitely want the motor mount, attachments to the chassis. Again, I have no idea if I'm going to use them, but I don't want to get rid of them and I need them. I'm going to keep the bump stop mounts, and then we'll see what else I need.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If they break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to.
Well, guys, you leave it to me, and I can take a perfectly good rolling chassis and turn it into something it's not. There's the engine. We ended up cutting the frame up a little bit because I really don't know what I'm gonna need. So I kept all the spots. If I needed to, I could trace them out, cut them all out. It's where the front, what do you call that? Damn. Shackle goes through the chassis. We kept the front cross member, we kept the sway bar cross member. This is the engine cross member right here. So that's where the engine sits in it. We have all the suspension, all the sway bar mounts. We have the axles over here. I bought these a really, really long time ago, and I thought the rear axle was a Dana 60 when I bought it, but honestly, it's been over a year and a half since I bought it, and all the parts I bought are for Dana 60. A full float Dana 60. But unfortunately, we have a C-Clip 40. So I'm gonna have to go on the internet and reorder some parts, because I wasn't smart enough to pay attention when I bought this thing, and I never went to go look at it. I just bought it, jammed it in my dad's field, and drove away from it. So that kind of comes back to bite me. I do know that this is a 44 in the front. I'm happy with the Dana 44. I don't need Dana 60s. I can get Dana 60s, it's just that don't really need Dana 60s. This is not going to be a pull truck. This is just going to be something that can go on the road and have fun. And these are perfectly strong axles until I break them, and then I'll go buy Dana 60s. But these will probably be fine for everything I'm doing. So we're going to try to look on the internet tonight to find a disc brake conversion for these. Just because I don't like drum brakes and there's nothing in there, so I might as well switch it to discs, because to buy all new drums is probably the same cost to switch this thing to disc brakes. And then in the front we'll get a new disc and a caliper and all the bracketry for that off the internet. And then, oh, I forgot about you. This is the rear bump stops. We cut those off. This is what's left of the chassis. There really isn't a whole lot. This was right here. I just kept it. I don't know what I'm gonna need, to be honest. But yeah. So I still haven't told you guys what our plan is. So this 4BT and these axles are going to be going into a project that I have. You guys seen it a long time ago. Bet you some of you guys have done some common sense math and figured out what the project is. But we haven't really told you guys yet. Oh, and we got the power steering off of it. Now, I did keep something off of a Cummins I had here a long time ago. I have no idea if these are gonna work for me. Just the Cummins was going to scrap, the block was being sent in, so I kept these. So here's the motor mounts for the side of the Cummins block. So these go on the block and then they fit a clamshell on the chassis. So I kept these years ago because I knew that this project was coming out. Oh, and we kept all the small block Chevy clamshells as well. So I'm gonna put all this into a pile, and I'm probably gonna put it into a tote. There's all the front leaf spring mounts. Everything's here that I think that we might need. I kept a couple hardwares, but to be honest, it's pretty much all going. It will all pretty much go to scrap. It's just I want to keep, because you never know, right? I'm a damn pack rat.